Hey, welcome back. I appreciate you for clicking on the video. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification button. I said it right. I think I said it right. I'm saying is that if you want to keep up with my journey, just follow along with me. And two, if you're tired of seeing my face over here and you're like, she keeps talking, go to my Instagram. At least I put a little bit more stuff over there. Naynay _ MMA _ CMM. I'm serious though. You're like, so, right, my last video, I posted my New Year's resolutions in MMA, which is hit and not get hit. And so a lot of us, when we have goals, we do not put the house. So we have a lot of goals, but then it's like, what is the plan to get there? And I even struggle with even planning my goals sometimes because I have a lot of expectations and I see a lot of things in my head about the things that I'm looking forward to, but then I don't have a specific plan to get there. And so this is where I'm going to show you guys my way. As I am going to be expressing myself to you guys will see how even me, when I struggle with these things, I have to put these things into action. I just don't have to talk about them. I can actually apply them in MMA, and I can actually apply them in life. So this time around, my way of getting to the goal of hitting is by building angles. When I think of angles, right, I think of planning. And the goal in MMA for those angles is to obviously hit without getting hit, but at the same time you want to be effective with it. You want to hit significantly. You want to make sure that you hit the right target, and so you can either knock the person down or something. Like you don't have to do like punches and kicks. You can do takedowns, but stuff like that. So when that happens, you use your footwork and then use your angles. And in my life, I think of planning ahead so I can attain those goals. So I'm gonna share this with you guys. Don't make fun of me. Last week, I almost had a mental breakdown. I know. I'm like, Naynay, you're supposed to know this thing. Naynay, you're supposed to know this thing. You shouldn't be having breakdowns because you have a good support system. Yeah, I know. Sometimes what I do is that I put everything I have to do and I put it all in my head, and now it's like, shit, how am I gonna accomplish all these things? So I realized that I'm back in school now. Hey! And this is my last semester, y'all. It's my I know, it's my last semester. See how I get super freaking excited? I get super excited, but it's my last semester and I have to plan ahead of my assignment, for my YouTube content, for my social media content, my training schedule, because I'm gonna get a black belt. And how am I gonna get there? It's the most important thing. And so I have all these goals set for myself, and I'm at the point right now that I'm putting it to action. When it comes to MMA, you guys can see, in order for us to hit, we have to move. And I'm a short fighter and I have to move a lot, but if I move with a purpose, and if my purpose is to make sure I knock that person out without me exposing myself and me losing myself in the process, then that's a win. For balance, footwork. I've had issues with my parents where they don't understand where I'm coming from, and I get really impatient and I get really frustrated. But then that impatience and frustration doesn't really help. So now that I'm getting older and I get to see those things, I've done the effort of saying exactly what I mean and try to be as clear as I can, so that there is no room for assumption and confusion. And so sometimes what happens with our parents is that they don't understand what we mean. But then again, when we don't take the time to get to know ourselves and honestly express exactly how we feel, relationship doesn't get stronger. Now, when I think of the angles, right, and I'm thinking of planning ahead, I think about like the things that I want to tell one of my parents. Like if I want to have a serious conversation with my mom, I have to mentally prepare for that conversation, because I know if it's going to be a hard one, I have to know exactly what I mean, and I need to know myself. And that's the same thing with MMA. Like you need to know yourself, you need to know your opponent, you need to know your environment. And then when I talk to her, like I need to know myself enough so that I know exactly what I mean, and I know exactly what I believe and what I'm trying to tell her. When we're talking to someone, just like in MMA, we're most vulnerable to get hit when we are hitting. And it's the same thing with a conversation. When we openly talk to that one person and express, we might get hit with the truth, we might get hit with them not understanding, with them feeling offended, and etc. Right? Me knowing that I might get hit, because that's another thing, is like I already know I might get hit, but at the same time I already know myself, then I'm able to talk to her in a way that I'm more patient and I know what I stand for. You know, and it just all comes down to like what your goal is, and then how are you gonna get there. And if one thing doesn't work, then change it. Change what didn't work so you can make it work. Continue to do that one thing that's not working and keep repeating that, then is it really going to change the results? No. Then move out the way. And so I know whoever's watching are my coaches, and they're like, oh, you're starting to understand this shit. Well, you know what? I'm starting to understand it. I'm going to try to do it. I'm not saying, I'm not promising, but you know, I know it's going to be hard, but I'm going to take that. Yeah, shut up. So try it out. Oh, one last one. Y'all want to know what happens when you remove your head? I'm going to show you guys. Look. Bang.
It's been like that for the whole weekend. Get cauliflower ear and shit. It's been like that for like 4 or 5 days.